Welcome to a video on how to use the Workbook and Technology Guide. This video is meant for students enrolled in a math class through the Math Learning Center at American River College or the Natoma Center. Let's get started. In this video, we're going to introduce the Workbook and Technology Guide, answer some frequently asked questions from students, and if you stay to the end of this video, I'll demonstrate how to download the workbook, how to use the workbook effectively, and how to take notes electronically. The workbook was designed to go hand in hand with the videos and the media lessons. As you watch each video, use your workbook to take notes and work the example problems. Don't forget to submit your completed workbook pages to earn extra credit in this course. The Technology Guide provides step-by-step instructions on how to use technology, including the free online calculator Desmos, to complete a variety of mathematical tasks. It is available as a Google Doc from the course materials page in Canvas. Let's answer some frequently asked questions about the Workbook and Technology Guide. Is there a fee for the Workbook or Technology Guide? No. The workbook is shared as an open educational resource for students under a Creative Commons Share-alike copyright license. That means it is free for students to download and use. How do I get the workbook? You can pick up a print copy of the workbook during the orientation in the Math Learning Center or order a print copy from the bookstore. We also offer digital copies of the workbook. You can download a free PDF or MS Word version of the workbook from the course materials page in Canvas. Here are the steps on how to download the workbook. Navigate to the course materials page in Canvas, then choose to download the workbook as a Word document or PDF. Just so you know, all students can download MS Word as part of Office 365 for free. Can I print the pages in the workbook? Yes, students may choose to print the pages in the workbook at their own expense. How do I take notes with the workbook? You can take notes using a traditional format. That's when you use the printed version of the workbook and take notes with a pen or pencil. Or you can use electronic note-taking. This is where you download a digital copy of the workbook, then take notes with the workbook using your computer or tablet. If you're interested in electronic note-taking, here are a few options you can use to take notes electronically. You can use Microsoft Word to take notes. Just download the workbook as a Word document, then type or draw your notes directly on the pages of the workbook. You can use the PDF, just download the workbook as a PDF, then use a program to annotate the PDF. If you're working on a Mac computer, you can use Preview or Adobe to annotate a PDF. If you're working on a PC, you can use MS Edge or Adobe to annotate a PDF. If you're working on a Chromebook, you can use the Annotate pencil, which I believe is in the upper right-hand corner of a PDF. If you're interested in taking notes electronically on the workbook, stay to the end of this video and I'll demonstrate how to do this. Here's how to effectively use the workbook to take notes in this class. Start by navigating to the media lesson in Canvas. Then open the workbook to the corresponding unit and section. Watch the video in the media lesson and take notes on your workbook. When you're finished with the video, complete the U-Try problems to check your understanding of the material that was covered on the video. Let me show you how to download and use the workbook. Let's start by downloading the workbook. From the homepage in Canvas, go over to the Modules tab on the upper left-hand side. Locate the Course Materials page, which is included in the Orientation module. From the Course Materials page, scroll down until you find the workbook. You can download the workbook as both a PDF and an MS Word file. To download the PDF, click on the link. When the PDF opens in a new tab, go over to the three dots on the upper right-hand side and choose Download. If you need a screen reader-friendly version of the workbook, we recommend using the Word version of the workbook. To download the workbook as a Word file, click on the link. When the file opens, click on the Download button on the upper right-hand side. Follow the directions to save the file. If you need to download an alternate format for the workbook, click on the button that says Alternative Formats. Below the workbook, you'll find links to download the textbook and then the technology guide. To open the technology guide, click on the Google Doc link provided for you. The technology guide has been created so that you can skip around to find the help that you're looking for. To find the instructions on a variety of mathematical tasks, scroll down and look for the bookmark that applies to your task. For example, if I wanted to learn how to graph a function using the Desmos calculator, I could click on this bookmark that says How to Graph a Function. That will skip down in the technology guide to this section. You'll find step-by-step directions followed by a step-by-step worked out example. Most of the examples include links to graphs that you can open in Desmos. So for example, if I click on this link, I will see the corresponding graph open in a new tab in the Desmos graphing calculator. If you want to save a personal copy of the technology guide, go to the File menu on the upper left-hand side, scroll down to locate Download, and then choose Microsoft Word or PDF document. Now let's go over how to take notes effectively in this course. To effectively use the workbook in this course, you want to have the workbook open while you work through the media lessons. On the left-hand side of the screen, I've opened one of the media lessons in this course. This media lesson happens to be on exponential functions, but these directions will apply to any course and any media lesson. On the right-hand side of the screen, I've opened the workbook to the corresponding section on exponential functions. The media lessons include 3 to 5 videos created by a variety of math instructors throughout our community college system. You can stay right in Canvas and watch the video by clicking on the play button, or if you'd like to view it on a larger screen, click on the button that says Watch on YouTube. When you finish the media lesson, you'll need to click the button that says I have completed this section of the media lesson and I'm ready to continue. For the sake of this example, I'm going to open this video on YouTube. The first thing you want to notice is that the definitions that are covered on the video are included on the corresponding page in your workbook. When the definitions include graphs like they do in this section, you can use the links provided to open the graphs using Desmos. So if I click on this link in my workbook, it will open the corresponding graph in a new tab in my internet browser. Let's push play on the video.
Variables. An exponential equation is an equation in the form y equals a times b raised to the power of x. Notice how the variable x is in the position of the exponent. A is called the initial or starting value, which is the y value when x is 0, which also means 0, a is the vertical intercept. B is the base, which is also called the growth factor or decay factor, where if the
As you watch the video, you want to take your own notes on the definitions so that you can retain the information properly. Let me go ahead and skip to the example problems in this video. I've skipped to the first example problem on the video, and I'm going to scroll down to find the corresponding example problem in my workbook. Now I can go ahead and resume the video and take notes in the table provided.
So the first equation is y equals 12 times 1.2 raised to the power of x. Notice a is equal to 12, and therefore the initial value is 12. Notice how the base b is 1.2, which is greater than 1, which means we have exponential growth. And now to find the growth rate as a percentage, remember, when we have exponential growth, the base b is equal to 1 plus r, where r is the growth rate as a decimal. If we solve this equation for r, we have r equals b minus 1, where in our case the base b is 1.2. So to find r, since we know r is equal to...
We encourage all students to take notes on the videos just as you would during the lecture in a traditional in-person setting. After you finish the example problems, you can scroll down to the bottom of that workbook page to find a few you try problems. These problems will allow you to check your understanding before you move on. You can find the answers to the you try problems at the end of the workbook. Once you finish watching the video and the media lesson, move on to the practice questions. Eventually, you'll come to the next video, which will correspond to the next page in your workbook. I'll finish this video with a few tips on how to take notes electronically. This is only meant for students who would like to use the workbook along with a tablet or a computer to take your notes. You are welcome to take notes using a traditional paper pencil. Let's go back to when I had the workbook on the screen. On the right-hand side of the screen, I have my workbook open as a Word document. Let me make it fit the screen. Let me scroll up to the example problem that was being worked on the video. You may have noticed that I was taking notes by simply typing directly on my copy of this Word document. This is one way that you could use the workbook to take electronic notes. But if you have a tablet, you could also use Microsoft Word to write on your notes if you have a stylus. All you need to do is go over to the Draw tab, select Draw, then select your favorite color. Now you can take your notes by drawing directly on the document. You could also open the Word document as a PDF file using an appropriate program on your computer. I'm using a Mac and I've opened the workbook using the preview function, but I've mentioned earlier a few different programs you can use if you're working on a PC or a Chromebook. When you're using preview on a Mac, you can annotate the PDF by going up to the upper right-hand corner, selecting the little pencil with a circle around it. This is the markup tool. Then you would be able to draw your notes directly on your workbook. You could also use the type feature to type text. You could also import the PDF into a note-taking program, but these usually require a fee. Now I've imported the PDF into my tablet and I could highlight things in the definitions or take notes using my stylus. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.